What is up, YouTube? I'm back here with another video. It's been a while, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, this has always been a dream of mine, content creation. I always enjoy making the YouTube videos, making the TikToks, and this time I'm back and I won't leave. So I'll be making a video every day. You know, it's just gonna be me talking to the camera, and I'm just gonna be raw. Like, I'm just gonna say whatever comes to mind, whatever I'm thinking, whatever I'm going through. You know, I'm gonna just share this journey with you, because I realized that for the past 3 years, you know, I've been living as a slave, mentally, because I remember before these 3 years, I was on a roll, man. Like, I was building businesses, I was pushing my limits in the gym. I was living life, man. I was living it to the fullest, you know. And for me, living life to your fullest it's not, let's see. For me, living life to your fullest, it would be like doing everything with purpose. With like everything you do has a purpose. You know, whether it is for self-improvement, whether it's just to have fun, whether it's to enjoy the moment, whether it's to, you know, let out some anger, like in the gym. So that's my opinion on what living life to your fullest is. You know, just doing everything with the purpose that you want. And I lost that, honestly. I lost that. And honestly, I think it all came to when I started smoking weed. Because after I started smoking weed, it started being like my escape. Like, I would go smoke weed, and then I would feel cool again. I would feel good, and I would forget that I would be failing, that I wasn't living the life that I wanted to live, because, you know, I was feeling good. You know, that weed high would make me feel good. And I was watching Tokyo Ghoul today, and I watched the first 2 episodes. So something that I found really interesting was when the main character, there's a scene where the main character and another ghoul and the main character's best friend are walking somewhere, and the ghoul is like taking them somewhere to like eat the guy's best friend, because a ghoul's like a vampire, but they could only live off like human flesh. But that's besides the point, you know. This is just an example. And the ghoul takes him out. He takes out the best friend, and then he starts beating up the main character. So the main character has his, you know, his power up, and he ends up taking out the ghoul, even though the ghoul was stronger than him. So now the main character, he became a ghoul not too long ago. So the main character is actually half human and half ghoul, and he hasn't consumed any flesh, human flesh, because he's trying to fight that urge. He's trying to, my camera died, but anyways, as I was saying, no, the main character is just like trying to be better. He doesn't want to let into this dark side that has been found in him. And it gets to a point where like he can't even control himself anymore, because that's what his new self feeds, like, needs to live. Like, that's the ghoul's food. Like, the only thing they could eat is human flesh, like kind of like a vampire. So he has his best friend like all bloodied up because the other guy beat him up, and he gets to the point where he can't even control himself anymore, and he's about to eat his best friend. But, you know, luckily there's this other girl that pops up, and like she basically knocks him out and like saves him from like eating his best friend. But that to me, that kind of reminded me of me and fighting with my flesh. Like like me knowing what it is I need to do and not being able to do it because there's something I'm a slave to. You know, a good example for that was weed for me, you know. I knew I shouldn't have been smoking it. I knew I had this life that I wanted to live, this life that I wanted to build. I knew I had these things I needed to do, but I would go back to smoking and then I would be chilling. I would be in La La Land, you know. And I'm not saying that's like for everybody, because I know some people who smoke and are very productive. But for me, that's how it was. And I was honestly happy living like a chill, happy life, chill life, you know, making ends meet, paycheck to paycheck. But after I quit, you know, I remembered, I was like, dude, this isn't the life that I wanted to live. This is never the life that I envisioned for myself. Like, I always envisioned myself, you know, becoming a millionaire or something, or at least like making a living off content creation, being able to have that freedom. You know, that's the type of life I want. And it was pretty cool because that also allows me to like self-reflect, and it helped bring me to the light of what kind of life I actually want to live, and what kind of life I'm okay with giving up. So now I'm here, you know. I'm gonna drop a video every day, and this time I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop until I make it, because I know I'm gonna make it, and I know it's only a matter of time before I do. But I'm gonna hop on here. I'm gonna try to be as valuable as I can, you know, bring value to you guys through my life experiences. But I also want to share, you know, good moments in my life, not just like what I've been through and all the bad stuff, but I also want to share milestones. I also want to share, you know, good stuff with you guys. But right now, next thing on the list to check off is getting as jacked as possible. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. That's what I've been doing for a while now, and that's what I've been working on. So I'm about to get as jacked as I possibly can, and that's the first step for me in this new journey. So I'm gonna rock with you guys tomorrow, and that's gonna be all for today, man. Like, just wanted to share that story about fighting with flesh, and honestly, more about fighting with flesh is it's about finding yourself and like finding who it is you actually want to be. You know, who it is, what kind of life you actually want to live. You know, I think that's really important, and I think that's something that's been lost now. I feel like now there's a lot of people that conform. You know, I was one of them for sure. I was one of the persons that was like, you know what, I failed, and I'm not gonna get back up. I'm just gonna take whatever life can give me. Whatever I get is cool, but that's not me, man. That's not me, you know. I want more. I know I'm worth more. I know I could get more, and that's what I'm gonna be showing you guys. I'm gonna be showing you guys my process. You know, it's all gonna be raw. I'm gonna show you guys. I didn't end up recording the end of the video, but I just wanted to say this is gonna be raw. You know, I'm gonna be showing you everything. You're gonna be able to see the way I make the videos, the way I'm feeling. Like, it's all gonna be pretty transparent, and I'm excited. You know, I'm excited for this new journey, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you. Peace.